Hey, what's up guys? Thanks so much for checking out the video. Really appreciate it. So I know it's been a while. I've been so freaking busy. Keep in mind that this whole YouTube thing is my, side hobby, total part-time thing. So I'm trying to get this stuff out to you as quick as possible. I've been at a lot of shows. I've been to Colorado and Utah and all over the place doing stuff. So today, also, you may have noticed I don't have a mustache. Yeah, it's gone. I shaved it, and my wife loves me way more now, so it's good. Anyway, I'm gonna do this video kind of on my power solution, kind of talk through several different things that I've kind of run in, from different battery banks all the way to this huge behemoth of a battery bank. So this is going to be not really a review. That's kind of like, here are the specs, here's kind of the boring rundown of all the stuff. You guys are smart, you can find that online. There's lots of other videos on this unit, but I want to kind of highlight my experience with it because I've taken this on my trip, my 2-week trip. I've used it quite a bit in the heat and all kinds of that stuff. So this is kind of more of an experience sort of video, and I'll show you guys what I used to do with these power banks in my truck. We're going to go over to the truck in a minute, and I'll show you kind of how I have this set up and what I use it for. So this is the Bluetti AC200p, I think is what it's called. I'm kind of butchering the name maybe, but it's a 2,000 watt unit. This is like, honestly, for a vehicle, for an overland kind of vehicle, this might be close to overkill. So it is like 60 something pounds. Like it is really serious. This is kind of more for like maybe an off-grid thing, like if you have a little small cabin or something, you need to power stuff, this will do it by far. I'm gonna kind of walk through this, show you how I have it in the truck. Actually over here, so I have a couple smaller power banks that I've used in the past. You guys have probably seen my video I did way early on when I had the TJ of this guy. So this is a 500 watt. It's great. It's just significantly smaller than that 2,000 watt, right? Something like this is good for like an overnighter. Still, if you have a fridge, it's good for like an overnighter. It'll work. And then I have another one here. This is like a 650 watt from like, I think it's called Supri or something like that. I'm going to do a video on this very shortly. But this is kind of, a little bit more of a step up from this. And since you guys are gonna ask, I know you will, this is pretty cool actually. I'll show you real quick and then we'll get back to the main event. This is just a Plano case. You guys can get these from like Academy, they're really cheap. If you guys have one of these power banks, whether it be a Jackery, whatever, you can kind of do what I did, and I just cut out the end right here, because I've gotten so many questions on this little guy when I used to use it. I just put some door edge trim from AutoZone and made it look kind of clean, and it's in there with Velcro. You guys know I love Velcro. And then you have room for all your other cables and stuff. So that's kind of one way to do it. But that's not the point of this video. I just thought I'd show you. Like I said, it's more than enough power than you're gonna need. I used this for 2 weeks straight. I charged it, I think, twice maybe. And I ran the fridge and powered my phone. I charged lanterns, all kinds of stuff. This has like AC ports for days, all kinds of ports here. USB, I'm not gonna kind of bore you with the specs, guys, because it's all over online and everything, but it has everything. This is where I put my fridge. What's really cool, I have my wife's phone. I'll just kind of turn it on, and then I promise we'll go to the truck. Turn it on, you get a screen, and what's really cool is you can use this for wireless charging. So like, you don't have to hook up anything. See, it's charging right now. So that's really cool. Of course, if you have the phone that supports it. So with this screen, it's touch screen, which is very nice. It has like a sound to it and everything. You have all kinds of settings on like how aggressive, or like if you want to go to eco mode or whatever, you can change every single thing in here. Another cool thing is if it throws an error, so say you have like an angle grinder plugged up in here, you have your wife's hair dryer, you have like everything running in here, right? It'll actually do a fault code right here, and you can run through and see exactly like what happened. So a lot of power banks don't do this. And I will say that this is one of the most expensive power banks out there, but spec wise it's like outrageous. So also I'll go through this just very quickly, and I know I've been teasing you guys about going to the truck and showing you how I have it mounted up, and I will show you. Also, this is an absolute disaster. I'm in the middle of all these kind of projects right now, but you get every single, excuse the cores, you get every single cord for power, for solar, all kinds of different adapters. You can actually charge this 2 different ways by 2 different inputs, and I think you can charge the whole thing in like 3 hours doing it 2 ways. So there's just a ton in here. Again, all this is on the website. I'm not going to try to bore you guys with that, with specs and nerding out and stuff. This is the power supply. It's also a behemoth. It's just super big and chunky, but everything works great. But I'll show you how I have it mounted and how I use this thing. So you can tell I've been working out for sure, right? Oh, also lots more update videos to the truck. So I have a Go Fast Campers super light up there. I ordered some new wheels and tires. A lot of cool things. Okay, usually when I do this I kind of damage it, but we'll see. Okay, this is so heavy. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of talk about how I use this in the truck and my experience with it so far. So I use this, like I said, at base camp. So when I'm not driving the truck, this is powering every single thing. So if you guys have a Tacoma or have a 4Runner or something with like a DC outlet and you have a fridge, you can run the fridge via that outlet usually, you know, when you're driving. And so I still try to save power when I'm driving by plugging that up to the fridge. When I get to camp, all I do is turn the unit on, and I'll switch to the DC, and I'll turn the DC on, and then I will plug my fridge directly here, and that is it. So when I'm at camp, I'll do this. And also I will say, I did Overland Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado, and this was in the heat for 3 days. Like, it was really hot, and it powered the fridge easily day and night straight. So this is more than enough power to do all that. That camp ride I did, which you guys will see later, through Colorado and Utah and everything, this thing was powering the fridge the whole way, and it's been killer. So really, like I said, that's all I kind of use this for, is to power my fridge. It stays here, it's stationary, it's locked in with that front runner stratchet when I kind of get it in place and everything. I like having it on the side of the truck here, because all I do is pop the wind door, throw my phone up there to charge, you know, my camp lantern or whatever, or like a friend's phone. I can easily throw it right here, and I kind of have my deck right here to just manage everything. So overall, the like design and aesthetic and the UI, the interface and everything on this thing is awesome. And I'm not just saying that. A lot of companies have power banks. You guys have seen them all over the place. This is one of the cleanest looking, honestly, that I've seen. And I mean, I get reached out to quite a bit about these power banks. I really do. And I said yes to this one just because I liked how it looked, and I liked how different it was and how big it was, and how much power I guess it did. So what I don't like is how heavy it is, but I get it. Like, it's a beast of a unit. It's just so heavy, especially for being in a vehicle. Like, I get it if it's in a cabin or something off grid. But so another really important thing to consider about battery banks in general, and something I'm kind of a stickler on, is doing this over a dual battery. So you guys, you know, I'm sure you've researched and seen dual batteries. It's kind of, well, it is a hardwired permanent solution in your truck. You're actually buying an inverter, a battery, and you're sticking it into the hood, right? This is cool because it's portable. Like, if my wife needs to use it for something, I can give it to her in her truck, or if she's shopping or whatever, like, and she has, you know, a fridge or something, like, I can give this to her and it'd be awesome, right? If a buddy is overlanding and they need something, you can just give it to them. You can't give somebody a dual battery. Like, it just doesn't happen. So that's actually why I like these. And you know, once you see the price point, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's kind of high. When you factor in a dual battery setup and the kind of the pros and cons, it's pretty sweet. It really is. So the next kind of thing I'm gonna do with this is I have a sun flare solar panel that I'm gonna be putting on top of my super light camper here. And I'm going to wire it directly into the input on this Bluetti. So I'm gonna be kind of constantly feeding and charging that. And when it gets low or whatever, you know, I can plug it in and it can charge, and I can kind of keep this in the truck. But again, if I need to take it out, I can just pick it up and take it out. So that's really about it. I know I'm not really going into like the heavy features of this product, but again, they're all over the website. Last Line of Defense made a great video of this unit, and you know, he's plugging in cameras and doing all kinds of stuff. So there's lots of videos out there. I just wanted to show you guys like the practicality of me using this and my experience with it on these last couple trips and stuff. All right guys, that is basically it. To kind of sum it up, that was weird. To kind of sum it up, the biggest thing I don't like is just how big it is. Like if it was a smaller footprint with the same power and everything, you know, I'd be all about it. But having this much power is just insane. Like you literally can power an electric griddle out there. You can plug up a grinder. It's pretty insane. If you're interested, I have a coupon. I think it's $185 off of this unit. Again, what I want to stress about battery banks in general is to consider how long you're going to be out and which battery type or size is going to be useful for you. Because like I pointed out at the beginning of the video, like those smaller ones up there, if you're going out for a day or two, you don't need this. If you're going out for a week or more, this is going to kill it and just be awesome for you. So that's about it. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about this unit and any kind of questions around my experience of how I've used it in the truck, please let me know. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.